Welcome to How You Pictured It, the podcast for creative entrepreneurs ready to grow their business in a way that feels good. Here you'll find actionable tips and tools to create the business and life you pictured. I'm your host, Kate Hyde with Dear Kate Brand Strategy. Let's get started. I want to start out today's episode by reading you a few quotes that have inspired it. The first one is, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Quote number 2, no matter how brilliant your mind or strategy, if you're playing a solo game, you'll always lose out to a team. And quote number 3, we don't have to do it alone. We were never meant to. As you can guess today, I'm talking about building community and getting help in your business. Being a solopreneur can feel really lonely. You are working by yourself most of the time, but it doesn't have to be that way. Let's talk about some ways that you can feel more supported in your business. The first one is to hire help. I know this is not going to be for everyone, and hiring someone to be on your team full-time, that's a big deal and a big commitment. But there are other ways that you can hire help as well that are less of a commitment. One of the easiest ways to start hiring help is to look at outsourcing some of the tasks that you have. If there are things in your business that are hard for you, are not bringing you joy, that you need to get rid of, finding someone to do those tasks can be super beneficial. I personally have hired out help for editing, and I've hired out some blog writing, and even just having someone else to talk to about those projects and those things and take some of that off my plate has been super helpful. There are websites like Fiverr or Upwork where you can hire someone to do like one-off little jobs for you and take those things off of your plate. And again, just having someone to talk to with that helps you feel more supported and less lonely as a solopreneur. Another suggestion would be to hire someone to do the setup of your programs or processes or systems and help you get everything in order and in line. You can have someone else help you break down which steps need to go in what order and get them automated or running in some kind of a system like a CRM. And it just helps you get that more bird's eye view look at your business. It helps you pull back and see all of those details. It's that thing where when you're in it, you can't see the forest for the trees, and you are only seeing the little parts that are right in front of your face and not really seeing the full picture. You are seeing the blurred paintbrush strokes and not the water lilies. So you'd hire a mentor, coach, or just an expert who's setting up those systems and processes, and that helps you get it up and running, and then they leave you off on your own to run everything afterwards. It's a one-time purchase and helps you get things kind of set up and makes you feel more supported and ready to go with your business. Another way that you can feel more connected is with building a social community online and with in-person networking. In-person networking was definitely a bigger part of my business pre-pandemic, but now as my kids are going back into school again for the second year post-pandemic and things are opening up more and more, I am looking forward to meeting with other photographers in my area, other small business owners, and just connecting with people. One thing that we used to do was just meet at a coffee shop and have a get shit done day, and everyone would just bring their laptop and co-work together to get some of that community and connection time that you really miss out on when you don't have an office to go into with other people sitting around you. I also belong to a networking group of female small business owners in my area where we meet once a month in person. It did go online during the pandemic, but it's back to meeting in person now. And they get together, have a meeting. There's usually a speaker. There's time to connect and talk to others. And it really helps build that sense of belonging and community in your area. It also helps you build ties to get referrals and really build your business. So one, it's there to typically build your business for referrals, but I love networking for just having more of a community and other people that are experiencing some of the same things that you are as a photographer and a small business owner. You can also build a community online. Even with social channels like Instagram and TikTok and Facebook groups, you can find places where there are other photographers, other people who are going through the same things as you, and start connecting with them. Just hearing what another photographer is going through or working on helps motivate you kind of to get going in stuff in your own business too, I think. The third source of connection and community that I want to talk about is in-person retreats, workshops, conferences, and these actually can even be online workshops too, where you're meeting other people who are learning the same things as you, facing the same challenges as you, and it helps you build that community. Personally, I love going to conferences. You heard a review earlier in this podcast from the Reset conference that I went to in March. I'm planning on going to Spark in November, which is the Show It conference, and that one's in Arizona. I love the ability to travel and go new places, and then also to just be immersed in new experiences and new ideas with photography and business. It really just sparks so much motivation for me to do those in-person events. Something really special about these in-person events is that you are disconnected from family life. You are disconnected from what's going on in your business currently. You're not working with clients. You're there to focus solely on learning and growing and meeting other people. I really love doing them during the winter months when Colorado is cold and less sunny than I'd like it to be, even though we have quite a bit of sunshine here in northern Colorado. I like having that escape and something to look forward to, especially in March. That one is always a killer for me. So I love the Reset conference. I'm planning to go back to that one in the spring in Chattanooga. But I've met wonderful people and photographers there and other business owners. Reset, I met a copywriter who I spoke to for the audio summit that I did earlier this year. And Spark is for all small business owners who use the Show It platform or are interested in the Show It platform for their website. So I'm excited to kind of branch out of just photographers for that one and meet other people as well. And plus sunny Arizona in November. That is a win for me. Besides these in-person events, though, you can meet other photographers doing online workshops and retreats. You have that goal in common of whatever it is that you're learning, and that helps to kind of foster that relationship. And then stemming off of that, the last one that I want to talk about today is masterminds or group coaching. These are things where you're either coming together with a coach or a mentor, someone that is leading the group, and you're meeting weekly, bi-weekly, whatever it might be, to talk about what's going on in your business and getting supported by that mentor. And depending on the structure, you could also be being supported by other group members in more of like a mastermind type of situation. I included group coaching in a previous program that I did. I loved those meetings, the Zoom calls we would have where we would get together and talk about what was going on in each of the members' businesses and brainstorm ways to help them move forward. And it did help them grow more quickly. Going back to the quote that no matter how brilliant your mind or strategy, if you're playing a solo game, you'll always lose out to a team. The concept behind it or the thinking behind it is that when you are working with other people, you're growing from their ideas, and it's also helping you clarify and grow your ideas by talking about them. Working in a mastermind or a group coaching kind of situation also helps you to create action steps to the goals that you have and the ideas that you have. You might have this grand idea of this session type that you want to offer, but you don't know how to start advertising it. You don't know what step needs to go first to get to that end goal. So having a coach or a mentor and that mastermind group of people can help you break down what your goals are and put them into actionable steps so that you can actually make progress on them. When I've been in mastermind groups myself, I love listening to other people's business ideas and brainstorming for them because it helps me come up with ideas for my business. When I hear what someone's doing in their business, it kind of triggers this spark of, oh, that's a great idea. I could do XYZ for my business that's similar but different. It helps me really grow and apply ideas outside of photography or outside of my specific niche into my business. I am putting together a new group coaching program this fall. If that's something that you're interested in more details on, DM me at Dear Kate Brand Strategy, and we can talk about that. It will be so nice to have a group of photographers together, supporting each other through busy season, helping with feedback from anything from getting more clients to handling clients that are maybe upset, or working through some of those details that come up in the busy season where you feel like you're just head down at the computer all of the time. So I am excited to get that going. I hope this episode of How You Pictured It has been helpful in getting you to think of some ways that you can be more supported and connected in your photography business. Going into that busy season again for family photographers, it's so stressful and can feel so isolating when you're really just that super busy trying to get everything done and get clients out the door and satisfied. So having ways to connect with others is very important, and having things to look forward to is very important as well. I'd greatly appreciate a review of the How You Pictured It podcast. You can leave one on Apple or Spotify and let me know what you think. Let me know what else you want to hear from me, and I will talk to you next week.